free and forgiveness. And we're going to walk our Christian walk through this menorah, okay? And the second thing that you've got to come to realize in this Christian walk, the importance of relationship. It's not things, it's not your hard work, but it's first of all your relationship to God and your relationship to one another. No man is an island. You need me. I need you. We need each other. We are a what? Body. Now, D. Baxter will be the first one to tell you, I hate the denominational spirit. They're good people. But God never had an intention for denominations. Never. We were a body. And the more you whack up and divide the body, guess what you end up with? A dead body. You keep whacking on it, and you cut this artery, and you cut this vein, and you know, the next thing you know, you got a dead body. And that's why so much of the church today struggles. And that's why so many people, when I go and speak, they'll hold on to their denomination. And it's not that. It's relationship. We are lively stones, joined together, fit together for a habitation of praise to Him. And we need each other. We are a body. We flow, and we're healthy as a body. I believe with all my heart, that's why so much of the church today is pathetic in the world's eyes. Do you know if we would really come together, really and truly come together on the one thing that we believe in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection for us, we would be unstoppable. The devil would quake when we woke up. But his expertise is divide and conquer. That's his expertise. Did you know, and you can go study this for yourself, there's too much to read through it all. In Numbers 35, it talks about the congregation in the cities of refuge. When someone made a mistake or accidentally killed somebody, a city of refuge, there were 6 of them, was only a half a day's journey from any place in Israel. And someone could get there quickly for refuge. And do you know who protected them? The congregation. When they came into that place, the congregation loved them and protected them until the whole matter could be seen through and justice brought about. Think about that. Also, let's go to John 19. That's the scripture where Jesus is looking down and he's talking in those agonizing, gasping breaths to his mama and to John. He understood the heartbreak, possibility, the isolation and loneliness she would go through. He understood so many things that she was desperately seeing die at that moment in her behalf. And he looked down and took time out of hitting his agony to reach out to Mama and to John, emphasizing that they need each other, just like we need each other. If Jesus took time on the cross to stress relationships and care for one another, don't we need to do that? In Acts 2:46, I'm sure all of you good Pentecostal or charismatic people have read this. What does that say? Acts 2:46. And they continuing daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily such as been saved. Now this is after the Spirit came, and what was the result of the Spirit? They continued to fellowship together, and as they fellowshiped together, more people were drawn to that fellowship. I want to just say something here. It is so important that you fellowship together, but I curse a clique. I curse that. Because that's why people don't really fellowship. We get this little group here and this little group here and that little group there. And in the church, in one church, there's no fellowship. How many of you know you can come together and still there not be unity? I challenge you, whatever church you go to that person that you've never gone to. Have them over. Because as we walk in salvation through forgiveness, understanding the importance of relationship and reaching out, the care and the comfort and the encouragement that we need to have, well, then the next thing is, said from the cross, is, this day you shall be with me in paradise. Okay. Let's open a can of worms here. Do y'all mind? We're going to get into a can of worms. We're going to start off slow and then just get you twitching in your seats. Okay, here we go. The next step in your Christian walk is to know your destiny. Know the destination where you're heading. Not nirvana. It's not whatever all this other stuff is. You have a destiny. You have a fulfillment here on this plane to do for God. You have a plan and purpose that God has for you. But you got a destiny, honey. And oh my goodness, I can truly say for you the best is yet to come. If you think this has some good about it, you wait to see what God's got planned for you. How many of you remember a singer named Keith Green, good old Jewish boy converted to Christianity? He used to say, if God took 6 days creating the beauty in this earth, can you imagine what heaven's going to be like? Can you imagine what we're going to be in? Can you imagine that existence that has no time, no heartache, no restraints, no nothing? Can you imagine that? And we won't just sit up there strumming a harp. We will be doing unto him because we'll be like him. And God's not just sitting there strumming on a harp. We have a destiny. And that thief cried out and said, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And he said, this day you shall be with me in paradise. Well, let me tell you, that was just for a brief moment paradise. Because paradise was down at that time, and he was going to bring everybody down up.